technically episode 1 for because if we do put them out in some order. Welcome, I suppose.
Welcome, yeah.
Welcome back.
This is our continuation on the hit television show Orville.
Yeah, if anyone out there in the future is like in the far future where this show is like on its 5th season and it's going huge, there's a whole fucking cult around it, and we're big because we jumped on it quick. If you're listening to this episode first because it's titled the first episode,
sure,
big mistake. Listen to the 6th episode.
Right. Yeah.
But welcome. Thank you.
Indeed.
This is our podcast where we go over the new Seth MacFarlane show, The Orville.
Yeah, and we started, our last episode was the first full review. We started on season 6.
Yes.
But we do know that we're going to be missing 5 episodes,
You mean episode 6?
Yeah, yes, I'm sorry, episode 6. So we're missing the first 5 episodes, so we're going to kind of make them up week after week until we're fully caught up, which shouldn't take long at all.
No, because we did 6 doing 1, so next week we're going to do, we're taking a 2-week break, so we're going to do episode 5 and 2, and then probably 3 and 4 in that order.
Oh, they're doing the half-season break?
No, but they're just taking a 2-week break. I said that in the last one.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Okay, so next week we'll do
I get you.
5 and 2, and then we'll do 7 and 3.
Yeah, that works out fine.
And then 8 and 4, and then we're up.
So let me ask you real quick.
Go on.
Mentioning the half-season break.
Yes.
What was the first show that did a half-season break? Was it Breaking Bad? As far as your knowledge goes?
As far as back as I go, they waited a year between, remember?
Well, yeah, I know they waited a year, and it was kind of unintentional, but it seemed like after that had happened,
I do remember
the half-season break seemed very
short, not as long.
Well,
maybe a few months.
Right, a couple of months. Like Walking Dead does it.
It was definitely already filmed.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like the actors knew what was going to happen. I think in Breaking Bad they didn't know.
Right. Yeah, Breaking Bad seemed to be a special case, but it also seemed to be the jump off for everything. Because Walking Dead started to do it. Now Fear of Walking Dead does it. Better Call Saul does it.
Yep.
So your big shows will take that half season, which is I don't think it's not the same in like Friends never did it or anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
you mean
they took like the month off, like the holiday month off or whatever.
Yeah.
The December.
Well, they'd be on during the same time as the Macy's Day Parade, so they'd just be like, "Oh, we'll just play Friends next week," kind of thing. So, Rob, season 1, episode 1.
Yes.
You watched half of it, and then I came over, and you got distracted.
I did get a little bit distracted.
I will more than happy fill you in.
I was doing my best to pay attention to it.
Full disclaimer right there. I am a fan of the show. Rob likes it, but I think I probably like it a little more than him at the moment.
You probably do because you have your Star Trek tie-in.
I do have my Star Trek ties in.
A lot of sci-fi shit, like a lot of outer space shit like this, I don't necessarily fuck with. Star Wars still has... Actually... Oh,
here we go. Wait. Breaking news.
The count of I've only seen documentaries, never a full show.
Yeah.
I watched about half of one.
Which one?
Don't know. Lando was there.
Okay. Were they... Okay. Was Lando in his classic...
Lando was an asshole.
No. Was Lando in his cape on Cloud City?
I think so.
Okay, so you watch Empire.
Sure.
No, because Lando looks like that in Empire, and then
he's got a cape. He's kind of an asshole in that one.
Yeah.
Aren't they buddy later on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're buddy before, but then Darth Vader actually like holds him hostage.
Lando?
Kind of like holds Cloud City hostage. So it's like if they're coming, kind of like that.
Yeah, I think it was on the 4th, the Force, the May Force. Oh. Whatever the fuck. What did they do?
May the 4th?
Yeah. That's when I watched half of it, and then I became very irritated with it. It didn't seem good. But so that's my Star Wars knowledge.
Is this a Star Wars podcast? No, it's an Orville podcast.
No, I'm just reintroducing. Oh yeah, definitely. Come on.
Sorry, Rob.
Come on back over.
Who?
But I'm just going over my space things. So my space things, I get irritated with the Star Wars. The Star Trek, I have watched even less. I think the most I've watched of that is whatever they threw into Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
That's about it. And something about Spock killing himself because he asked some random infinite question. Something about I'm lying. I never tell a lie, but I always lie. And then somebody goes fucking ape shit.
Okay, so...
You know what I'm talking about?
Khan, the bad guy, was he set off something in the ship, and then there was a radiation leak. Spock sealed himself into the engine room, and then fixed it.
Good.
But then getting doused in radiation, so he was dead. So then he had a moment with Kirk where he's like, "You have always been my friend," because he's half a Vulcan. So
right. So that doesn't sound anything like what I said.
That makes Kirk go, Khan, and goes. Well, that doesn't make Kirk go Khan, to be honest. Kirk going Khan. Sorry, I've completely mixed up Star Trek Into Darkness and Wrath of Khan. So in Wrath of Khan, he goes Khan because he kicked Kirk off of the ship. But so that's how Spock dies in the end of Wrath of Khan.
But so maybe it was dead. Maybe it was one of those fuckers. But there was something about telling a lie, but I always tell the truth. Is that a lie or something, and it completely boggled somebody? Don't know. Write into the Mars Pod if you understand what I'm saying, or go ahead and write into the MarsPod at gmail.com and let me know, hey, guess what? You're an idiot. Also, Matt completely mixed up Star Trek Into Darkness and Wrath of Khan. So many Star Wars nerds are just screaming at me. That's right. Now. Give it to him.
Send it my way.
The MarsPod, gmail.com.
So we open on Earth, New York City. 2418.
I love it.
Fucking futuristic looking. It's looking good. You know, you mean like the effects. There's a couple of flying ships.
Is Central Perk still there?
Like did you know whenever they cut scenes away and it just cuts to the building and there was like a bam bam bam, just one of those.
Yeah, the shit Seinfeld thing.
Yeah.
Also never seen Seinfeld.
Oh, Robert. So Ed's coming home from Ed Mercer is coming home from a long day of work, and he catches his wife Kelly Grayson
off to Pound Town with the Blue Man.
In Pound Town with the blue alien that I didn't write the name down, but he said it just as I showed up. You
said it a couple times.
No, he said it once. He kept calling it like the blue alien. But they like spurt blue stuff from their face.
That's how they come?
Yeah, I guess maybe.
I don't know.
And then he takes it like you would imagine Seth MacFarlane would take it, and just like, okay, fine, I'm out of here, and just calmly walks out and leaves.
So you got to go about it sometimes.
Yeah.
You find your lady fucking a blue dude.
Yeah, a blue alien.
Not much you can do about it.
Nothing at all. So then, cut to 1 year later.
1 year.
1 year later, we have Ed Mercer in the meeting with the admiral, who's going to offer him an exploratory vessel, a spaceship, because they have so many ships and they have very little captains. So it definitely made it seem on the comedy scale that they were like, just whatever, just take a ship, kind of thing. But so he gets a ship, everything's coming up. Ed Mercer, everyone's happy.
Oh yeah, he's got a crew. He gets to pick his own crew. Yeah,
he doesn't get to pick it. No, because
he has to say so. He brought fake LeVar Burton in, and
no, they're missing a helmsman.
And one leg.
They're missing a helmsman and an XO, which is a executive officer, also known as a first officer.
Oh, is that why he gets to pick those two? Because they don't have that already?
They don't have that yet.
And he's just like, these guys are solid?
Well, he didn't pick an XO. That's
his wife.
That's his ex-wife.
Oh, well then who's the comedy duo?
So
I don't know their names yet.
Okay. So they said we need the helmsman, and then he's like, well, my friend, I know the best helmet in the fleet, and that's Gordon Malloy. That's one leg. Yes. Gotcha. That's Gordon Malloy, who is the best pilot, like he's the best pilot in the fleet, but he's a jokester. So then they're like, didn't he draw a penis on something? And he's like, he's drawn a lot of penises on a lot of things, which I was like, that's a nice little throwaway line, I suppose. I'm like, haha. Speaking penises, yeah, that show you told me to watch. Oh yeah, what's it called? American Vandal. Fucking sucked. Oh well, you're watched wrong. It. You're wrong. Watched the whole goddamn thing. Oh, you did? Oh, one day. Who drew the dicks? I don't fucking remember. He did. Him and his girl. No, he didn't. No. Oh, the fucking activist. Do you want to do an American Vandal podcast? No, I don't, because I don't want to watch it ever again. Oh, wow. It was the activist who did it, yeah? No, who knows? I mean, she refused. She was a fucking activist. I thought it was Kraz. Who the fuck's Kraz? Again, bad with names. The teacher. Nah, it wasn't her. It was the activist. No, the male teacher. The young teacher who got fired because he called... Oh, I thought it was him for a while, because he called the student hot.
Oh yeah.
And then
he called everybody a liar and bitch.
And then but if you go back and watch the footage of the coach getting the award for best teacher, he storms off in the background.
Right. Yes, he does.
And then the dicks were first drawn on the fucking coach's car.
That's what they say, but there was no ball here.
No, dude.
No, I know.
They did it. They figured out that which car was first
because the spray can was all fucked up.
Yeah,
but there were two first cars. There were two first candidates.
No, there were three first candidates, but then they worked out that it was fucking.
Did they?
Because the spray was in different position, and then who starts the dick at the base?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Right. You got to start the dick at the ball and then go, or the other way.
Was to end it. The first half, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool," and then it just got real shitty.
Okay.
It got real shitty. So, if you watched it, good for you. Write in, let us know. I think it sucked.
I think Rob's wrong, but I loved it. Best TV I've seen all year.
Oh, that's fucking horseshit. That is fucking horseshit.
So he says he goes and gets him. Mm-hmm. His buddy Gordon Malloy, best pal in the fleet.
Goddamn
and
right.
He's in the holodeck at the moment.
What is a holodeck?
Now the holodeck is a device used in Star Trek that it's on a spaceship, and it's basically like a playground where you can just be like, computer, run simulation World War II, and then it'll be a hologram.
Sentinels.
And everything around you will be World War II.
What's the X-Men War Room?
Pretty much, I guess.
It'd be better if it was the X-Men War Room.
X-Men War Room started not like that, but then turned into that.
Oh, yeah?
X-Men War Room was just a training room with like loads of robots and stuff.
I was at the comic book store, and I was going to get you... I was trying to find the Psylocke.
Oh.
I was trying to find something.
Oh.
But apparently nobody likes Psylocke.
Oh.
She's got a real shitty storyline.
Yeah.
And she's got thrown into a Japanese body? Or an Asian...
Yeah. Who are you talking to about this?
I was talking to the comic book guy, and then I was Googling it.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I was like, yeah, let me get the story. He's like, look, I don't know where any of those are. She's not that... and he was talking, and I was like, oh, it doesn't sound like she's a popular character. She's like, not really. She's just been thrown around. He's like, if you really want to get her story, you got to figure out which one she was in. And I don't know if it was X-Force or X-Men.
Yeah.
But...
my dog's name's Psylocke, by the way.
Yeah, that says... My plan was at this time to find a bunch of Psylocke things and just continuously give you some of them until it turned into like, stop buying me this and then continue to give you more. The problem I've ran into on the first day of trying to implement this idea.
Endgame, Rob.
That's Endgame.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I've ran into the problem that there's not going to be a lot of this shit because a lot of people seem to not like her.
Oh.
But I do want to find that comic book where she gets an Asian body.
Oh.
Seems pretty neat.
So...
we've gone off track?
Oh, again, yeah.
Off Star Trek?
Yeah.
Ooh. See how I just brought it back in? Just sweeved it in. So they're on the holodeck, the X-Men War Room.
Yeah, and then he's fighting some kind of troll in a samurai... Like, he's in a samurai outfit and he's fighting some kind of alien troll. Mm-hmm. Just to kind of, once again, give it more of a...
fuck around.
Basically, I think they're spending the Fox money. Because they got money, like it's
Not
Fox.
Surprised.
They got money, so like, yeah, let's, if we're gonna. So he tells them at the ship, everyone's happy, and we all good to go.
Good to go.
Then so he picks them up in the morning, and they fly to the ship. Then we see our first look of the Orville when they're going to it, and it's an exploratory vessel, holds about maybe 3,000 people, I believe.
Oh wow, the little guy. Or no, not the little guy.
No, sorry. We learned that the Union, which is the Starfleet in this, so it's called the Union, has over 3,000 ships spread over the whole quadrant.
Wow.
And then we see the Orville for the first time, and I think it looks good.
I don't mind it.
I think it's a good-looking ship.
It looks...
It's designed with the 3 engines. I like it. Kind of gives something to work with in case, like, engine 1's down. Like it gives a sense of...
It looks like a futuristic woman's strapped heel.
Ooh.
Woman's strapped high heel or flat shoe.
Someone make Rob an Orville high heel.
Don't.
He'll wear them.
Will not.
But by having 3, it gives a sense of urgency during battles when they're like, engine 1 is down, engine 3 is down, we're only on one engine kind of thing. You
gotta have more than one engine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we have a scene now. It's a meet the crew scene, and I already in the episode 6 already named everyone. I wonder if Rob can name any more.
Ed.
Okay.
One leg.
Ooh.
Boredom.
Ooh. All right, you ready for this?
Kathy.
All right, so we start off with Chief of Security, Lieutenant Alara Katan. She's a young Xylan, 23, and she's Chief of Security.
And she's a strong one?
She's a strong one because her planet has a stronger gravitational pull.
Gotcha.
And she has super strength, which means that not many of these guys go into the military, so when they do, they tend to fast-track them. That's why she's so young at Chief of Security.
Gotcha. She looks kind of like the Mantis.
She does. It was a nice little throwaway line because I don't know if we'll see like what if there was a male one of these guys who wanted to join the military? Would he not just dominate it either? No, because they make reference to that in one of the later episodes. Okay, so then we have Lieutenant John Lamar. He's the navigator. Okay. He's a level 8 helmsman.
Damn right he is.
So that means if you roll your die, you get to add 8 to his helmsman skills.
Oh, I've got some 20s.
And
what are we going up to? 10? 10's maxing out on the helmsmans?
Oh, that's a good point. I'd say so.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Because if it's out of 100, he's not doing that good.
Or what if it's infinity, like our UV? Ooh. Check our episode on episode 6.
So I listen to that fucking argument.
So this is okay. Now I said it in the other one. This is. I mentioned in the last episode that I think this show was intentionally made to be a little bit more serious, and then he made comedy characters to bring it down. So let's say they're in a room and they're having a conversation about something serious. Comedy character number 1 will come in and then say something to just relieve the tension. Like they'll have a discussion about abortion, and then fucking comedy character will be like, "Oh, I fell over," kind of thing, you know.
Oh,
so Lamar's first question was, "Our last captain let us drink soda on the bridge. Just wondering if that's still cool with you." Kind of like, you know, hey, our last teacher said that this was okay, kind of thing. Which I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna be a joke.
Yep. And throughout the entire episode and every other episode, there are constant jokes, which makes it a comedy.
Yep.
Not as serious.
I'm saying it is a comedy. So then we meet Lieutenant Commander Bortis. Thank you. He's a. Can you
not noogle that one?
Bortis.
Yeah. Could you Bortis him?
Yeah, I can Bortis him. So he's a second officer, a Mocklin. And he's from a single gender species. So
how does he end up on Earth? Or do they go pick him up to be part of the crew? Do they catch him at the Union, at the crew depot?
The Union is not just
Earth?
No.
Okay.
So that means that whoever's in charge, like the head of the Union, isn't just it's so many species.
So United Nations
of United Planets.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
He's a single gender species. We get into that in a couple episodes, so we can, we'll jump around it.
They still fuck,
and they make a joke about how he goes to the bathroom once a year.
They do make that joke.
Yeah, I don't need it's not needed.
Nope, not at all.
Doesn't come up again.
Nobody cares.
But
that's why.
I got the name wrong in the last episode. So then we meet Dr. Claire Finn.
Oh,
our medical officer. She seems like a throwaway character, to be honest.
Which one is she?
She is the doctor in the green. Continue about her, or
well, continue with what you're doing because I can't pull her from memory.
Cool. So she has been on many ships, and she feels like she makes a statement there. Where she goes where she feels she's most needed, because when Ed Mercer was reading her stats, he was like, "Why do you want to be on our ship? You can be on like the best ship." And she's like, "Oh, I want to be where I'm most needed," which doesn't give him a final level of confidence.
Nope.
But I don't think she mentioned it that way.
She's chosen the worst ship.
I don't think she mentioned it that she wanted it to be that way. And then finally we meet Isaac, science engineering officer from Kalon 1. He's an AI sent to study human behavior from a race who is legendary racists.
Nice.
Yes, so they, much like the Krill and then another alien race we'll meet in that zoo episode, they see themselves above biological beings, but they joined the Union just to kind of keep the peace and to study everything.
Uh-huh.
Which I don't know if that means they're going to try to take over one day, but it doesn't really come up again that they're meant to be a racist. You know what I mean?
Really?
It doesn't really. Anyway, moving on. So we meet the staff to dismiss. Malloy meets Lamar. Malloy meets Lamar, and they realize they're both classic pranksters and they're jokers. So,
question:
shoot.
Has anybody tried to recreate this Star Trek universe before? Like to do something that these people are doing, that the Orville is doing.
So you mean like a spaceship kind of thing?
Well, to run so closely to that.
Andromeda. There's a
familiar.
TV series called Andromeda that lasted a little bit. I want to say 3 seasons.
Would the Sequest not be the
Sequest?
Sequest, is that not Stargate? Sequest. Stargate also, but Sequest, is that
Stargate is completely different because it's not in the ship.
Well, it's not in the ship, but it's the same formula?
No, well, they went through because they always sent... No, it was a team of 4 exploring different planets. Star Trek doesn't own planetary exploration.
No, I understand, but that's going to be the most notable one. Or Star Wars. I don't know. Like I told you, I have limited knowledge.
Star Wars had no exploratory.
They didn't go to other planets?
No, but they didn't go for the reason to explore.
Oh, they're going to hang out.
They were like, no, they were pre-existent. They're like, oh, we have to go over to Naboo.
Right.
Come on, internet. Your internet sucks, Rob.
I've been having dropout issues. I may have to reset the router.
Ooh. Anyway.
Okay. Fucking Sequest?
So our first voyage, we're going to Espelon 2.
One of my favorite places.
Oh yes,
love Espelon 2.
To drop off some supplies to a science center, and they make a joke about how simple it is, but it's the first voyage.
So you know it's not going to be easy.
And Malloy's asking, is there any bars? Cracking jokes. Is there any strip clubs?
No.
And Sirius Bordis is like, there are none. Ha ha ha. This is funny.
Why does Bordis have to be such a bump in the log?
Ooh. He could be pregnant.
Oh, he could be.
He could be, which
Getting
he does lay an egg. He does lay an egg later.
Sure in the fuck does.
Now, here comes what I wrote here is by far the most nerdy thing Seth MacFarlane has ever said on TV. Set course for Espelon and engage the quantum drive. And I was like, it's almost like he made this show because he wanted to say that.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all. He did make a movie with a talking teddy bear.
He made 2 of them.
That kind of sucked.
He made 2 of them.
I don't think I made it through either one.
So they're on their way, and they pick up a transmission from the general that an XO is ready to be picked up at a station nearby on the way.
Grand.
Like about time they have an XO. Everything's coming together. But who is it, Rob?
Bum, bum, bum.
His ex-wife. What?
Yeah, but he's not surprised because they already told him.
He's surprised.
They already told him it was going to be his ex-wife.
Oh, sorry. This is getting to the point where Rob wasn't paying attention.
No, when I was paying attention, they already told him, like, hey, it's your ex-wife.
So when he found out...
finally introduced to her.
When he found out, he ran from his comm stations to call the general going, no, 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 no. And he ran the whole way, and he ran through a squidgy-looking bean who's just goop. And they had a whole like, oh man, sorry, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Real sorry about that again. Yeah, no problem, dude. And then he talked to the general, and the general was like, with your record, you can't be complaining on your first day. It will look bad.
I thought he told him at the beginning of this shit.
No, they said that we're going to find one. Wow, this podcast is going to go off if you're not paying it. If you're just making up your own episode.
Look, I paid attention to season 6 or episode 6.
Season 6.
I had full intentions on paying attention to episode 1. I paid attention to half of it and then realized the time, realized you were going to be over, and I had my podcast station half broken down, so I needed to hurry up and get it 100% put back together.
Okay. Let me fill you in.
No. I'm up to speed.
There's a little more because the union's so scientific-y and stuff, their compatibility levels match so high. So
right, I remember hearing that.
It makes sense for them to be together, which they do they do have a similar sense of humor, which we learn from whatever banana thing later. So she's like, when they meet up, she's like, okay, like, you know, they have classic, oh, but you cheated on me, blah, 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 Seth MacFarlane fashion. And then she's like, fine, once there's another XO available, I'm out. I'll bounce.
No problem.
Yo, I'm done.
Yeah, because he deserves it. He deserves the captainary.
Because he worked his whole life for it.
Goddamn right he did. Just had that breakdown after the blue thing.
Yeah, which as anyone would. It would have been a tough year. So they get to the space center with all the supplies, and they hail the scientist who's Raj's dad, and they're all good. They're all good to go. And there's a dog licking its balls in the background.
Hell yeah!
And then he's like, "I don't actually need supplies. It was a decoy to get you here." And they're like, "What? This is crazy for our first mission."
Mm-hmm.
So then they go down. It's some kind of, it's a time machine that only goes forward, basically, and it makes a time bubble and it only goes forward.
So you can't come back?
You can't come back. So it basically, use it? For crops, for injuries, for things like that, like they can set the amount of time.
Oh, that's the gun?
Huh?
That's the gun?
Yeah. Okay. Well, not, it's like a ray. It's not so much a gun. But they're like,
the third act gun?
Oh, the ray.
The gun, yes.
No. The gun is, for those who don't know, we constantly mention our gun, which is a writing device that if you mention a gun in the first act, it'll go off in the third act. The gun is, when they're walking through the science center, they said, this is a redwood seed that we have made that can grow under any condition.
Okay.
And it's also a tasty snack. And then he eats one, and then he gives a handful to Ed.
Oh.
Like, you know, like, here, take some.
Eat them.
So basically they're saying that in space it can grow redwood. Underwater there can be redwood. So how
come in their stomach it can't grow redwood?
Well, because it's digesting and it'll go. It's not like it's plot hole. Don't trip. Don't trip. Anyway, so yeah, it's a time bubble that can go forward, can feed can feed thousands of people, and then Alara, the chief scientist, but it can also be used as a weapon.
Yeah.
To turn all these armies into old people.
Damn right.
So that's why they didn't want to send that over the message, because the Krill could have intercepted,
right,
and fuck things up.
Yeah. And as it goes now, the Krill is our only enemies. We don't.
As right now, Krill are the only enemies. Yes, okay. I'm sure we'll get a couple. Maybe next. It's only 12 episodes, so maybe next season.
Right. No, I get you. I just want.
Actually, there is an episode with another enemy, but they're not like an enemy. They're just better than everyone. You'll see it soon. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
So, fuck. Where am I?
So they get the redwoods. They get the seeds.
They have the seeds, and then, a scientist who's been working there a year, named Derek, who Seth MacFarlane makes a very Family Guy joke, mutters under his breath, "Oh, it would be a Derek," is a traitor, is working with the Krill, and then shoves the other scientist into the ray, and she ages 100 years and dies. But then he calls the Krill, and the Krill are on their way, and they come down, and then Bortus, who's acting captain, is like, "There's a Krill ship. What do we do, Captain?" And then Derek with the guns, like, "Tell them they come in peace." So then there's a... Gosh, I'm trying to remember all this now. I just saw it too.
Okay.
So he's trying to convince Bortus that the Krill are here in peace, and that there's a pizza party because there's a lot of September birthdays. Ha 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 ha.
Everybody loves a good pizza party.
That's exactly what Malloy and Lamar did. Once you said, we're having a pizza party, they turned around and went, oh, can we go? Oh, can we go? Oh, well, please, can we go?
Okay, you're having a pizza party.
Yeah.
What is your pizza place of choice? Where do you go to get 10 pizzas? Where do you go to get 10 pies?
Lefties.
You going to Lefties?
I like Lefties.
Where's Lefties? Lefties where Wham used to work, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like Lefties before Wham got there, too.
Good. That's good.
I like their deep dish.
That's good.
But also Wham introduced me to ricotta on pizza.
Mm-hmm. Is that solid?
Best thing he's ever said to me.
Really? I'm gonna have to try it. I've put ricotta on pizza, but I've never eaten it.
It's because it's soft. Mm-hmm. I was like, since then I was like, you don't know a lot, my friend, but you got this right.
You know ricotta.
You know that ricotta is good on a pizza.
I say
20 minutes
to save the money.
Yeah.
And to make sure everybody gets pizza.
Oh yeah.
I'm going Little Caesars.
Well, you never said we're saving money.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've got two answers.
Because I can just go to fucking like Target and get one of those.
No, you see, you don't want to do that because nobody's going to be happy with you. No one's going to be happy at that pizza party.
Don't fucking tell them.
They're going to fucking
just show up with cooked pizza.
First off, if you go to Target to get a pizza, they only sell the 4-cut.
Second off, if you show up in an office with 10 boxes of Little Caesars, everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, but you see, everybody's going to be like, oh well, it's hot and ready because everybody's done it. Not everybody goes to Target to get their pizza. That's like bringing 7-Eleven pizza.
I was about to say, when was the last time you got a 7-Eleven pizza?
Never got. Maybe I've had a slice.
When I lived in that, when I lived downtown in that low income housing when I first got here, I lived right opposite a 7-Eleven. I cannot tell you the amount of times I got a full pizza and a big gulp.
Oh, yeah, that's what you would do.
Just to keep me going.
That's what you do in low income.
Oh, man. It was ridiculous.
It's a money saver.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, like, my couple of months there was just probably the worst living I've ever had in my entire life. Cops were at my door. Like, not my door, but walking by the hallway at, like, every night.
That's what happens.
Like, the room was smaller than this room here. I had a single bed. Oh, it was rough.
Uh-huh.
I got out of there. Then I moved on to the boat.
I love the boat.
Yeah.
Boat was good. A lot of good magic matches at the boat.
Well, we had a few good times there with Zach. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach. Don't listen.
Well, what if we're big and famous? And he's like, what? These two fuckers have a podcast?
He'd be good to have on the podcast.
And they never Skyped me in?
Oh, he doesn't answer his fucking phone, and he still has my Majora's Mask.
Fuck him, then. Jeez.
Well, good guy. I'd like to play some more Magic.
Hashtag get Majora back.
Save Majora. But no, if I'm personally choosing, I'm getting the Hoboken.
Okay.
I love the Pacific Beach Hoboken.
Okay.
Good times.
I do like... There's one near our old place called... Now, kick me on this because there's two. There's New York Giant Pizza and then there's Giant New York Pizza. And we really like one.
Are those the pizzas that you need like a truck to take home?
No, but they're just called that. And then we actually, after eating, we're like, this is a solid pizza. Good job on them.
Good.
They have the option to get one of the giant ones, yes. But we just got like a 16.
I had one of those giant ones once and it was very uncomfortable because after holding on to because the slice is so big you can't really put it down.
Yeah, you gotta
just hold it.
You gotta kind of like.
But
please. If this podcast, look, you need 2 hands. You gotta fold it.
You gotta double plate it. If you got it on a plate, you gotta stack the double plates.
There's
grease.
I honestly,
a grease line going from my elbow and dripping off, and I was like, there's a little much.
I don't know if it's still there, but there's an Irish company called Mazzoni's that does a wagon wheel. Biggest one I've seen yet. Giant
wagon
pizza.
Wheel size.
Huh?
Wagon wheel size.
I that's what it's called, but
because that's a big fucking pizza.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking huge.
It's like a
pizza.
3-foot diameter pizza.
And I don't think because we don't. I didn't see square pieces until I moved here.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's if you get a wagon wheel pizza.
That's a joke too.
Huh?
That's a joke too. That's a large pizza.
What?
Something the size of a wagon wheel.
No, but I mean, if you get a super huge pizza. You don't want a slice. You know what I mean? You don't want to pull. You don't want a long slice.
Oh, no.
You want a square. Like a square will make it easier.
Yes.
Anyway, we're not doing fucking...
No, what happened?
We're on fucking the pizza party joke. Drift you completely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my fault.
So...
I'm good at it.
Alara overpowers. Derek throws a fucking beam at him, like a pole on the wall off. And
but everybody's invited to the pizza party now.
Well, the pizza party got cancelled because Seth MacFarlane actually made a joke that there is no pizza party. Repeat, there is no pizza party. The Krill are here.
I remember
attacking.
I remember hearing that and being sad about it.
So, meanwhile on the Orville, they confront the Krill and they start doing what Malloy calls hugging the donkey, which is when they start they basically are just orbiting and shooting the ship. Smart move, because they can't take any more shots because their shields are getting lower and lower.
All right.
So while we're down on Espelon 2, I think that's what the planet was called. I forget. The Krill show up, and then they gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. And then they're we're having our first introduction of what that they look like. Fucking whiteheads with look like snakes, and we're having a nice little shoot off.
Oh yeah.
Which, is a good old Star Trek kind of.
Damn good.
Pshung,
set the phasers to stun.
Pshung, 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 pshung. Krill shoots Seth in the fucking shoulder. And he's just he's not dead. These guys are super ruthless. It should just come right. It might the rest of the season. He just has one arm.
Yeah, I mean, you get shot with any
right?
kind of space projectile, you're losing a limb.
Yeah, so he should
lose a limb. Maybe just get a new one back.
Fuck! Fuck! That's a real good point. Actually,
that's all that is. So it's kind of like, well, do we want to make him lose an arm and then have to explain we gave him one back, or can we just have him brush it off?
It's a throwaway line. Oh, thank God we have the technology to regrow.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation. Done. So you might as well just let it brush off.
But I suppose. So they get in the shuttle and they're getting as fast as they can to the Orville, but because of the Orville gets shot and one of the engines fly off, and then that debris hits the shuttle and they lose control, so they're just going straight. They can't move. Which means that the ship now, while orbiting another ship, needs to align itself so that it gets in there perfectly from behind, showing that Gordon Malloy's the best helmsman in the fleet,
and he can do it. We believe in him.
I think that was a little much.
Why? He's the best in the
first episode. We're gonna do this.
Well, I mean, you just set it up because now you don't have to continuously explain how good he is.
Oh, so we can just spend the rest of the season making fart jokes and
it's a one and done.
That's he's never on it again.
Well, I mean, you have him doing something that extravagant. So later on, when you're like, how the fuck did they get out of that? And you just go, whatever your name is, good job. What's his name? One leg?
Gordon Malloy.
One leg. It's just, hey, good job, Gordon.
One leg.
That's all it is. You don't have to suck his dick about it. Nothing.
Don't suck his dick.
Nope, because we already sucked it up this first time.
Whew. So they're on the ship, and then basically, right. So Ed's first plan is to get the first engine, because he's down 2 engines now.
Yep.
And he tells Isaac, get the first engine up and running as fast as you can so we can get the fuck out of here.
Yep. And Isaac's the one you go to.
Well, he's the chief engine and science officer.
He's a robot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just figure he's a robot.
No, he's the chief engine and science officer.
Oh.
If you read if you listen to my character explanation at the start of this. Huh?
Your manifesto?
Yeah. Huh. Instead of just, thinking about the pizza party too much.
Well, love the pizza party.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to start paying attention so I don't have to explain everything per episode.
You're better at it, because even when I do pay attention,
I remember more.
You remember more, yes. However, I can't keep it. I can't keep
it linear.
I can't keep it linear at all.
All right,
at all.
So that's the original plan. So he needs to stall. So he calls up fucking the one on the destroyer, and then it makes a good gag, good like he's not in the center of the screen, which I don't.
I like that gag. That was a good gag.
That was a good. So basically, if there's like a window, he's too far to the left.
Yeah, I like that.
And he's like, "Hey, why are you?" Okay, wait. Could you just take 2 steps to the right, please?
I thought there was going to be like a Simpsons trapdoor joke.
Oh. Well, why would he have a trapdoor on the other guy's ship?
I couldn't figure that out.
Also, why would they have a trapdoor on... Why would they build a trapdoor on their ship?
The thing is by the time that it already ended and it started, like they got over that, that ended before I could figure out how they could trap. I was like, oh, what, do they got a laser pointed at them or something? Or is it this?
There's a good gag that I liked when he was trying to distract him by
the marriage.
And then once the crow went, a marriage is work, I was like, that's
good.
I liked that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good joke. But then he just got tired of it and
very
fired.
Full housey.
Yeah. So then he got tired of it and fired, and then he gave them like 20 seconds to hand over the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're calling it. So then what do? We introduce our gun, and the idea that Kelly Grayson had, our current XO, is to glue a redwood on top that can grow under any condition.
That's right, even ingested into your
even
stomach.
if you edit. But it takes 100 years. Wait, yeah, I found it. It takes 100 years to get a fully grown redwood.
Right.
How long does it take to pass a seed?
Oh.
Yeah, probably like a day or half a day.
So you destroyed
it's already gone. So that means it's in the toilet on the ship.
That's right.
For 100 years.
Good play.
So glue gun, thank you. And they send a remote. They send it in a remote shuttle. They're down a shuttle now. They're down 2 engines and a shuttle because their shuttle probably gets lost as well. And then
they just send a rogue shuttle out.
He says Happy Arbor Day and turns it on, and then
because nobody cares about Arbor Day.
Well, they make a gag of that because no one knew what he was saying, and then the XO, she was like, I would have said you got wood, and then everyone agrees that would have been funnier. There's a new XO coming. She resigns. He's like, no, I need you because you're always good at fixing my problems. Blah blah blah. We find out that she is responsible for Ed getting the ship in the first place because she pleaded to the admiral, but she doesn't want Ed to know. And then that's it.
That's it.
Take a breath. Drop the mic. Boom.
Bam. Good. Solid first episode.
I'm gonna stop talking for the next 30 seconds. Rob, all you.
I think it's a very good introductory episode. I don't think they overdo it. I don't think they underdo it. Again, the characters don't have much depth to them, so they didn't dive into these huge story things. They may do it in later episodes, later seasons, but I think they did a good job. I knew who the characters were. I knew what they were doing. I don't remember their names because I'm bad at names. It was very simple. They just started it up. Maybe it's because, like you mentioned on the other episode, on the episode 6 episode, that it's real easy plug and play because you've got Worf looking like fucking Durante. What's his name? Doradin? Bortus. And then you've got the data clone, fucking Isaac. So they're just all carbon copies. It's if you come from the Star Trek world, then you just plug and play. You're good to go. Not coming from the Star Trek world, I'm okay with it because they're not deep, and it works out.
Easy to pick up an episode and watch.
Definitely, I liked it. Even when I started on episode 5, very easy to pick up and watch. Okay, you're in charge. You're a bitch. You're a robot.
If anything, 5's a little bit more confusing for someone just picking it up because it's about an outside character.
Oh, 5's the one with
Charisse Theron.
4 is where I started then. I'm sorry. 4 was really easy. They were all in. These people are going. It was a little complicated because
the zoo episode with the red people.
I don't fucking remember. It started off with the two.
It's going to be a great podcast. I'm really looking forward to it.
It started off with the 2 people having their egg, right? The two same sex.
Oh,
that's episode 4.
That one, yeah.
That part was a little confusing. But other than that, it was all real easy to go.
Yeah.
So far, I am enjoying it. I got to pay more attention. I've got to stop sidetracking myself. But we're going to make it through.
So what we're going to do, what we did in the last one, what's your favorite part of this? And what's your favorite joke?
The favorite part of this one, my favorite joke is obviously going to be stand a little more to the right.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It's something so basic. Like, it's going to happen. I mean, even whenever I FaceTime or whenever I Snapchat Face Talk or whatever the fuck it is, I got to adjust myself. You're never dead center.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure these all people who take all these selfies, they take so many because they're never dead center. They're never where they need to be.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's good play. Now my favorite part. I mean, I don't know.
You didn't have one last time either.
No, it's a favorite part. It's like favorite part might as well be my favorite joke.
Well then, fair enough. No, I just
But,
like, you know, what did you...
The red. I think it was crafty that they destroyed the fucking place with a redwood. I was like, well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fully understand it because it had roots, but it didn't, like, there's no water source or whatever, so...
It can grow in any... They already said it.
I understand that, but I didn't catch that part when I saw it.
Oh, no
so
shit.
So it was cool. It blew up the ship with it. I mean, there's problems with it too, but nice. Kind of creative.
Cool.
I like it. And you?
My favorite joke was definitely a marriage's work or their reaction to the pizza party.
Mm-hmm.
But also that was kind of too... attempting, because the thing is, first episode-itis, where they attempt too much. They could be attempting too much too soon, you know. Them being like, oh, come on, let's go. I'm like, okay, like, you know, dial it back a bit.
Right.
Maybe if they did that joke in like the fifth episode, be like, okay, because I know that these guys are jokesters and they're acting like they're best friends already.
Right.
But and then my favorite part.
Raj is dead.
Huh?
Raj is dead.
No. I guess when he was, like... There was some solid couple arguing. When he was first talking to Kelly after they're like... He said he hasn't seen each other in, like, a year. There was some solid, like... Seth MacFarlane's really good at playing relationships.
Okay.
I find.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that awful movie 100 Ways to Die in the West.
Never watched it.
Him and Charlize Theron are actually in it.
Oh.
He does, like, he's really good at playing either happy in a relationship, sad in a relationship, a bromance between him and Mark Wahlberg kind of thing. Like he's like, I think he has the ability to be a pretty decent actor. So okay. I felt that scene. You know what I mean? Like, that was some good dialogue that was written.
Okay.
So I think that was probably one of my more impressed parts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
What do you think is our favorite episode? I'm talking to you, the listener.
Yes. So far, what are you seeing?
You.
Write into us at the...
Steven.
The MarsPod, gmail.com. Hit us up on the Facebook, the Twitter.
And Twitter.
At the MarsPod. Also on the YouTube.
Oh, we are on YouTube. Yeah, only a handful, but we might, get a full
every episode goes up.
All
of our episodes are up. There's a couple video, but all of them are up in audio format with a very boring photo. Because I don't know how to change it yet, but I will. Actually, it's easy. I just don't have any photos.
First one to leave us a YouTube comment gets $7.
I will be out like $24.
I will. No, it's gonna be the first one. So far I only have
but
three
you got
things.
like two other $7
Yeah, I know.
things.
I can afford it.
I'm not saying you can't. It's $21.
That's 21. Yeah.
So
make yourself $7. Because I said I'll Venmo the first person to leave a YouTube comment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it.
That's right. So get a hold of us.
But
you
gotta get a hold of me. I'm not hunting. If I see your comment on it and saying, unless your comment is send me $7 and then I can easily get you. You gotta email me.
You gotta do something. You can't just say first.
You gotta earn this $7.
Just first one with an actual comment on it.
Not telling
us we're good, not telling us we suck, but something helpful.
Yeah.
Something helpful. It could be a recipe. It could be a life hack, or a good life hack, not a shit life hack.
What's your grandmother's mac and cheese recipe? Let us know.
Yeah, secret recipe is what
the MarsPod@gmail.com.
Yeah. So, share with us. Let us know. Everything's going to be done off the Mars. All episodes are going to be released here.
This will have a different title, but it'll be under the Mars. But if you might find us because we're going to be hashtagging the Orville.
Indeed. Check out our back catalog. Let us know what you think. Let us know if we suck. If we're
Check
good.
out the Narnia episode.
People love the Narnia episode.
And the Flat Earth one.
The Flat Earth one is good. And
classic Matt and Rob argument.
If you want good Angry Rob, which people seem to enjoy, Superman.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a good episode.
Yeah.
It's a very Angry Rob under Superman episode.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
Yeah, but let us know. Subscribe. We're on the iTunes, the Stitcher, the Spreaker, and iHeartRadio.
Ooh, we are on iHeartRadio.
There's another $7 for the first one to...
No, this is Rob offering $7.
No. Go back to earlier episodes. You were offering $7 for iHeartRadio subscribers.
Crap. Okay, cool.
First subscriber, first comment.
Yeah.
$7. Yeah. Venmo from Matt of Mars himself.
Yes.
His personal bank account.
Yes. $7 enough to buy you a drink.
And I can't remember what the other $7 is for.
Listen back to the episode. Find it.
That's it. That's right.
All right. We'll catch y'all later.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Tune in. Play us out Orville music.